Alright guys, here with the Mortal Kombat 1 tier list. We're going to be doing one right before Conan comes out, so there's going to be an update tomorrow. Supposedly pretty big, we're getting some characters, getting new moves, things like that. So, buff Conan 100% fans against, 100% agree. Okay, I think the best character right now in the game of Mortal Kombat 1, before we get that patch tomorrow, is Havik. Okay, this character hits like a truck with Movado, basically touch and death sequences, or at least 70 to 80% guaranteed situations with his unblockable if you have the bar in the Movado. Crazy mix-ups. They gave him a move that is a low, so it gives him mix-ups. It launches without meter. It is armored on amp, and it leads to a safe jump. On top of the other buffs they gave him. Okay, I've never seen a character jump up the tier list so quickly that Havik has. So that is okay. I think number 2 right now, I just think it's too easy for Sindel to get openings. So she can zone, and I know maybe she has a couple matchups. I think honestly, and maybe it's a hot take, I think Sindel would be a really healthy top 1 character. Because she kind of does Mortal Kombat 1 really, really well. And like she doesn't hit incredibly hard, but she has really good zoning. The float mechanic is really, really oppressive. She has really good mid. She has really good armor break options. The back 1, I think it's back 1, where she does the hair thing, like armor breaks, it does your taxes, it does whatever. It's very, very strong. I think Sindel is probably the second best character in this game. I think this is where it gets a little tricky. I still think this character's strong. I know people like to downplay it. I don't know why. I think Kenshi is right here. I think Kenshi is so good, bro. When your win condition is get a hit, I think. And like we're playing 2D. You can't platform camp him. You can go to full screen, but you can only go so far away. Like if Kenshi was in Super Smash Bros, maybe he wouldn't be that good, and we can have some arguments why he's, maybe mid tier or something like that. But I think right now, Kenshi, number 3, best characters. Like I said, when your win conditions get a hit, I think that's when stuff starts to go out the window. Another character that has a similar win condition to that I think is probably actually. Now, before I go with the one I was thinking, I'm going to go with Scorpion right here, number 4. I think his game plan is very simple. It's super, super effective. He hits so hard. A lot of different cameos he works with. You can do the spin to win with like Jackson Motaro. You can do armored launchers with Movado and like throw mix-ups. You could do Scorpera, which is just back 3 Scorpera, back 3 Farah into whatever you want, overhead low, and it jails. You can armor through, but then there's mix-ups on that. He can jump and stuff like that. I think Scorpion is really good right now and has multiple characters that he goes well with. It's not just Farah. I think he's a really strong character. Just my opinion. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay, number 5. Number 5. I think it's this guy. I think this guy right here, Noob Saibot. Really good staggers, really good mid, absurd damage, really good zoning. Noob Janet is crazy, really good setups, really good set play. He has some other cameos you can use too. I've seen him use Sub-Zero. I've seen a Movado with like Honeybee. This character is really strong in my opinion. The stagger game is really good. The buttons are really good. Mid strong. I don't think there's really more than explain. Setups. The character's good. Really good at the game, my dudes. All right, number 6. Number 6. I'm gonna go with this woman right here. So I think her game plan's just too simple. Dive kick is just kind of goes through neutral, kind of beats a lot of things, a lot of safety, a lot of mix-ups. Though maybe her health and stuff. She just hits so freaking hard. Does it keep buffering for everyone else? I hope it's not. I have not seen anything problems with my stream, but she just hits so hard. Like I said, game plan isn't too difficult. Execution it can be kind of hard, but I think she's strong. Her armor is so plus. I said Nitara Farah is really good, but even Nitara Sonya, if you're playing against Mars, Nitara Darius is absurd. Really, really good team, really, really strong character. Okay, next, S tier, bada bing. You got my boy Ermac. I think Ermac is really strong. Cancel game's absurd. Gento combos, they just hit too hard. You should not get 60% for a BMB, even if you spend all your cameo. And it's super simple to get, and it takes forever to do, so it's just tilting it like, I got hit. Now you're getting wobbled with nothing to do unless you have Breaker. You just gotta sit there and hold it, and I don't know, man. I think it's just really good, man. Really good. Ermac is just really, really strong. Cancel pressure is really good. Mix-ups, you know, backdash and stuff like that. Maybe it's like you can kind of keep him out a little bit. His things are a little bit of commitment, but Ermac's really strong. I have him at number 7. Number 8. And I think this is probably going to be the end of S tier for me. I got Kung Lao. I think Kung Lao's zoning game is really good. Kung Lao's Sektor is really good. He has other cameos too where he hits super hard. Armor, like, he has the most like goober armor in the game. Can I say that? Like, it has a billion hits of armor. If you don't break it in the first like 21 frames, then he basically has infinite armor until he decides to spend it to cancel it. Runaway game is really strong. Zoning is really good. His in and out, he like, I never seen the character be able to get in and then like be at full screen and in your face right away. My armor is very yeah, like in and out so well. Like he really can just get away because like no characters could really run away from him, but he can run away from everyone. I have Lao right there. All right, I'm gonna go down to the next tier of characters. Who do I got? Who was I looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Number 9. Number 9. Who do we got? Who do we got? I think I have to go with my boy Ghostface. I think Ghostface is super good. If he gets his knife cancel bans, oh boy. Oh boy. Are we gonna have some absurd Ghostface gameplay? But like the fact that like with Scorpion you get combos off every command grab, just the mix-ups, the fact that you can go under. Homelander's up there too. Yeah, I like the fact that you can go. You can kind of just do a string into your amplified like teleport, and you can change it to the like the assassin or the enforcer stance, and then like if you get hit, then he just comes back to the other side. Yeah, his range is pretty good. His mix-ups are really good. Command grab. I really like Ghostface. I think he's really strong. Next, I think I have to go with my boy General Shao. Range is really good. With Sektor, he's super strong. Like able to get in and out. Like the whole thing was like, oh, you know, you can run away from him. You know, he keeps the wild super good. But at the end of the day, when you're using Sektor, I mean, this game, it's a 2-character game. It's not just your character. You have your cameo too. And with Sektor, he is super strong. He also has other cameos. Wow, super good. I think Sub-Zero is super underrated with Shao. Mix-ups, safety, just the whole shebang. Range, plus frames. You get it all with this dude. Okay. I think next we have to go with that boy. Where is he? Where is he? That boy Homelander. They get rid of his mix-ups. He's still a really strong character. Like there's a chance that he's still debatably top 5. His command grab might as well be a mid. His damage is absurd. His mix-ups are still really strong. His pressure is still really good. His zoning is his zoning was never really the strong suit. It's now like you're guessing for your life. It feels like you have a little bit more agency, but you're still holding that block button and still guessing for your life when you play against Homelander. Very strong, especially with Farah, but with other cameos as well. Really good. Okay, I think next we got that boy Jonathan Carlton. Always been good. I feel like he's kind of falling off just because like really broken things are kind of coming out. He doesn't really have like a cameo that's like really super good with him. Other than like Chameleon's good. I mean, but you still have Lao. I mean, Chameleon got nerfed. And maybe Farah's pretty good with him. Sektor is good with him. He has like, you know, it's just he plays very fundamental. He plays very heads up Mortal Kombat 1 in a game where not a lot of characters have to play heads up Mortal Kombat 1. Very strong, good stuff. Next, I think this character is super good. Liu Kang, pressure super good, zoning super good. People say like mid-range he could be a little blah, but with Nitara it's just so scary. When he's in your face, you're guessing for your life. If he gets a grab, you're eating a throw combo. If he gets a shimmy, you're eating a big damage. So zoning super good. Damage is a bit meter dependent, but super strong character. I don't know if anyone's arguing with me there. Who we got next? Okay. Next, I think we got Sektor. Sektor's zoning is super good. Her pressure is good. One of the best armors in the game. Like you do armor into Nitara, and you're at full screen again, and that's where you want to be with Sektor in most matchups. And if it hits, then you get a full combo. The damage can be pretty nutty with Nitara. Got some other cameos you could use with Sektor too. Really strong character. Mix-ups. You basically have like the Jackie Leap where you can jump in and then kind of float back. If you want, you can use it multiple times if you have bar. Really strong, good character. Really like Sektor. Okay, next, We got Kitana. I mean, Kitana's about to get buffed. You know, is what it is. Can't control everything. I think she's super good. Her mid's really strong. Her damage is really good. Her zoning is really good. Maybe she has a bit of commitment, but what character isn't committing in this game? Really, really strong. Really, really good character. It's Kitana with their mix-ups. Okay, next, I think Mileena is one of the most underrated characters in the game in terms of, like, there's so many really, really good players that play Mileena. Her damage is absurd. Her ability to close distance is really good. Different cameos, like if you use like Farah, you get the launcher. You use something like Dexy, you use Chameleon, and you got all these crazy layers and mix-ups. Be able to combo off the overhead if you want with kind of fan lift. Really, really strong character. You got the Sonic the Hedgehog honing attack that's safe. Miss me with that. Okay, we're gonna go down another tier. I think next, who we got? Cyrax. I think Cyrax is super. Cyrax is like Zoner Kenshi. It's a little bit easier. She doesn't hit as hard, so it's not like you get one opening and then it's go time. It's like you get one opening and then it's like, okay, like you can get the next layer if you make the right read. Your opponent has a bit more agency than they do against Kenshi. Why I have her a bit lower, and it can be a little bit harder for her to get started up. And if you use like Sub-Zero cameo, it's like, what is she supposed to do? Still incredibly strong character. Next, I think we got Ashrah. I think Ashrah, like people are saying she's getting like power crept. I think she's still really good. You can play her aggressive. You can play her as a zoner. You can play her with you know, big damage outputs. You know, Movado. You got armored launchers. Chameleon, still super strong. Even like characters like Lao for like zoning aspects. I think she's a good character. I think, like I said, like she hasn't really been nerfed, but like just over time, her range is good. She has a bit of commitment issues in terms of like you have to commit really hard with her. But I think she's really good. I think next. Got the boy Reiko, really good zoning, does everything super well, doesn't do anything really. Yeah, I think Reiko's better. I think Kitana's better than Reiko. Does everything super well, doesn't do anything really excel at anything other than like OTG and stuff, which no one else really gets, but is what it is. I think that's what Reiko is. Next we got the boy Geras. He's been buffed to the moon, bro. Like, I guess not to the moon because he's not that high. He's not like where Havik is. But this dude keeps getting buffed every patch. Absurd damage, absurd mix-ups. 4 OS into cameos, stupid. Because if it hits, then you get the combo, and if it doesn't, then you get your cameo. So you go like to Mataro, or you go into like Movado, and you get big damage. Really, really good stuff. I think next is that boy Takeda. I think Takeda is also really good. Absurd range, absurd damage, really good mix-ups, throw combos. What else? What else do you want? What else do you want? All right. Okay. I think next is going to be that boy Shang. I think Shang's super good. What Wraith is doing with these mix-ups, what Wraith is doing with these morph combos and stuff like that, with these setups, it's just insane. And I think it's a lot of stuff. One of the best armors in the game. With what cameo? I think Sektor. I think Sektor's Lau's best cameo. But yeah, okay, then who do we have next? I have to go with my boy Reptile. I think Reptile's good. It's like he just has some inconsistency things. Like his damage is super good, but his something like it's easy to jump over forest ball. It's easy to get through with armor. Stand 3 cancel is really good. It's broken. Absurd range, gets really good damage if it hits. Really pairs really well with Movado. I also, you know me, I'm using Sonya. I think those are his 2 best characters. I think that's where he is. I think next has to be that boy Raiden. Obviously has some issues. I think his pressure is actually pretty good. His low is really good. He gets mix-ups. You do double sector and you get approach from anywhere. You do double sector and you're at full screen. You teleport in and you get a 50-50. That worst case scenario for you, you're plus on block. If you guess right, and if it hits, then you get hit for like 40. Zoning's alright. He's getting a buff. We'll see what that buff does for him. Okay. Next layer of characters, we got that Li Mei. Li Mei, that reversal, the fact that she can punish 7-frame moves, super good. She hits like an absolute truck. Throw combos, one of the more slept on characters. Maybe if I explored her more, maybe I would have her higher. There's people like Sonifox saying she's top 10, maybe even higher than that. Really, I think she's a good character. I think you can run away for her super easily. Like, I think it's one of Reptile's better matchups because, like, there's nothing you really have to fear against Li Mei other than getting hit. And if you're not getting armored launchered, or if you're not getting opened up by some stubby buttons, or you're getting 6-frame reversal or 7-frame reversal, then there isn't ton you have to worry about. Second here. Okay. So what do we think so far, guys? We have any crazy on his own shit, I guess. Aiden's really good. Okay. Let's speed through this. Okay, I think next, Rain gets set up. So he's got a little bit of Reptiles going on where stuff just kind of takes a while. You know, he hits really hard and stuff like that, but you know, other than that, his zoning is alright. He doesn't do anything too well. His cancels are good. When he gets a hit, he hits like a truck, like I said. It's just like, like he's good. He's a good character. You can win with him, but I don't think he's anything too special right now. I think next we got that boy Smoke. Absurd. Maybe I don't have Smoke high enough. I don't know. That forward 4 string is absolutely absurd. That you're plus like 11. I guess you can false block it and it's not as plus, so he doesn't get as free of mind games. You can't jail into the high. But if you don't got that false block, then you're having a nightmare with that. And invisibility is just absolutely crazy. And then yeah, when you're invisible, forward 4 is absolutely absurd. Okay. Next I got Baraka. Baraka, absurd strike throw. If he was in Mortal Kombat 11, he would be absurdly good, but we're in a different game. Third strike throw, free approaches, good pressure, good buttons. That's what his Smoke is downplay. I think I may have underrated Smoke. Smoke could very easily be like here, yeah, like between, like, yeah, but that's why I have it. And yeah, we got Baraka. I think next, we got Peacemaker. Peacemaker actually can hit really hard depending on the cameo that he's using. He can play different things. Zoning is still really good. I think they may have toned him down just a little too much. Maybe it's because people aren't really playing him. Torpedo isn't as scary as it used to be because it's a high, and but at least against Reptile, people say like, oh, it being a high was a buff. But now with Pharaoh, because you can do a torpedo into Pharaoh, if you duck it, then it can be a little harder. But if you block it, then he gets that, and then he kind of gets a mix up off that. I think it's a good team. I think like I said, I think every character in this game is basically viable. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Okay, we're gonna go down to the next one. I think right here we got that boy Omni-Man. I think Omni-Man, he's annoying to fight against, but he isn't really that scary. His staggers are good, but they have armor. His highs are good. His mid is a bit committal. I don't know. Like Omni-Man's good. Like in terms of like the fact that like every character in this game is good, but he's kind of a little sauceless. And he's annoying to fight. You do low hat and dive bomb from full screen. Again, a little bit annoying to deal with, but not anything that's too scary. Okay, next I think we got Sub-Zero. I think Sub-Zero, pretty good. It's just like everything is just like he has to commit a lot. He has some inconsistency issues like Reptile has. His damage isn't too great unless you're using Cyrax. I need to look more into the Cyrax meta. Like maybe he is a lot higher with Cyrax. I just don't think he has too much. Ice Clone can be really annoying to deal with. And you know, HTSSS, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate you. Okay, and I think after that we got that boy Quan. I think Armor Portal. He's basically Armor Portal the character. When you get Armor Portal out, you're able to play. When you don't have Armor Portal out, you're not really able to play. And I think right now Tanya's just a bit sauceless. Her mid's super good and stuff like that. She has a little like no real mix-ups. The low is good. Her stagger game is pretty good, but that's all you really have in a game where characters have mix-ups, 50-50s that lead to like basically touch of death situations. I think she's a bit sauceless. I think she's probably the worst character in the game right now. I think you could still do it. I just think they overdid her on her nerfs, and maybe you can put that mid back to being about, what, 16 frames was it beforehand? 14 frames, 12 frames? Something like that. Or, like, you know, up the frame data on that mid, and maybe she'd be a bit better. It should just be mid the character. But that's it, guys. That is my tier list. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to save and download this when I post it on Twitter when I am... no thanks. When I'm gonna post the video to YouTube and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoyed your feedback. How to throw combos anywhere with Kano. Yeah, he also has throw like Sektor. I think Reiko Sektor can be is a bit underexplored.